Arkansas Razorbacks are ready to take the field. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals. As we'll see, the SMU Mustangs taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Mustangs will kick it away to start. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. A quick pass to the left. There he goes. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Green. With the catch, it's Jones. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. The Razorbacks are marching down the field. The give from the gun. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defense...
Going for the big play. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
The Mustangs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Bulldozes his way through. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
They'll go right back to it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Got his man downfield. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Mustangs! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. On the ground, it's Green. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Green. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye weeks sometimes can take away your rhythm. And that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And the Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll run play action. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Complete in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Last season, Kevin Jennings took over as the SMU quarterback, and they went 11-1 before stumbling in the ACC championship game and in the college football playoff. What does he need to focus on in terms of improvement?
Just avoiding the turnovers, Reese. If Kevin Jennings does that, and this offense is virtually unstoppable because of his ability to extend plays and create, his accuracy thrown vertically down the field, SMU has everything they need. Rhett Lashley is going to have a lot of fun calling plays. If this guy takes that next step, watch out. This is a team vying for the college football playoff.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Jennings. Working that wide receiver screen. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Brinson. Oh, he's got some space. The 10. Touchdown, SMU. Once he got some room, it was over.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anthony. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. On the move, he fires. No other words. That was just a terrible throw.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket, and good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB, nowhere to go with the football.
That one comes out hot down the right side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. And the Razorbacks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 40. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Turning it on! Slippery slide, find his way Touchdown, Mustangs! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Send that offense back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Green. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Caught close to the marker. It's Jones. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going for a big play downfield. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, SMU! Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Green. Here comes the heat. Grabbed over the middle, it's Jones. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Under fire. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Is every day becoming flag day for this offense? 1st and 25 now. Snap in the shotgun. Unloads to the right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at half.
He lets one fly deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Arkansas.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. The throw makes the grab. It's Maryland. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The Mustangs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. He tries to take the top off. Reels it in down the left side. Off to the races. The 10. Touchdown Mustangs. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback may change this route. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. The Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Here's the pressure. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It is changed.
He rifles one deep to the left. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Breaks into the open. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. Sixth play of the drive coming up. He's got it and still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Makes it past the marker. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Might as well give it to him again. At the 35, he's open. He's loose down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, SMU!
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. On the run deep down the right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
To the air, it's Green. Moving out of the pocket. He's not afraid to go deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anthony. He's down right at the 17, and the clock will stop to move the chains on the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it on the run. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Trying to slam in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The defense snuffed out any attempt to move forward on the last play, and now it's 3rd and goal from the 2. Might be looking to run. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
You know, these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Inside the 40. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Razorbacks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Here's a hit. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. There he goes. The 30. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Mustangs. This is his personal resume reel, trying to win the Biletnikoff Award or something.
Highlight after highlight after highlight. He's going to go to social media. He's going to post these. Hey, a lot of likes, a lot of love, a lot of shares with those plays.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. They're trailing by just 4 to Penn State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. I know when a guy's thrown 3 interceptions, it's not good, but everything hasn't been bad. They've moved the ball a little bit. They just keep... Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wide open downfield. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. Rides to back and leaves it. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Arkansas. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? The AT unit on the field. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Creates a little space. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Tight end now in motion. Gives it on the option. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Mustangs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Power football with the run. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now. With a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
Finds his big tight end. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They'll try to power it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Bring in the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. The job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they go for it on 4th down, especially during these situations. The
official says no good. They blow the field goal. something finally goes wrong.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Going with the ground game left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
That's caught. It's Brown. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And they are showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do that.
Turning it on. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw. It's Green. Keeps looking downfield. Makes the grab. It's Anthony. At the 20, he's got space. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The run from the shotgun. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Second down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
The Mustangs can really attack on this second and short. On the run, it's Harden. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
One of the things I love about this guy is he's so hard on himself. Did a lot of good things last week, but he also threw 1 interception. He said that just ate away at him all week long. Coming into this game, he wanted to play perfect. No picks so far today. He's doing just that.
from the gun, the ground game.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Mustangs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here we go. Got a man. It's Brown. Breaks into the open. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Oh, they're after him. Got it in the middle. It's Green. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Arkansas. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
Looking for a man. It's Jennings. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires left. Sure hands. It's Knight. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the 1st down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the 1st down, and now, Palmer, just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Gonna let it fly. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Harden. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, SMU! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Number 3.
As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead.
55. Arkansas, 36.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Green. Quick strike complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back, and going to get the quarterback.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. And the Razorbacks in the hurry up. Now the play fake. Finds his man. It's Blake. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, a 4th down.
Might be changing the route. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires.